Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, folks, it's Jerlene, and I'm live. Okay, it has been a minute. Today is Monday, September 4th. It's late night, y'all. So I'm not sure if any folks will actually be joining me live tonight. Yet anyone who does, please give me a thumbs up and let me know that you are here. Let me make sure I'm actually live. Let me pull myself up real quick. As Jerlene, talk of the town, coming live from Long Beach. Tonight is All Politics Are Local. Political season is in, y'all. 2024 elections, candidates are gearing up. They're starting their political shenanigans. Yay, I got one watcher. Yay. Aisha's here. Hopefully some other folks will join. But if not, watch me now, watch me later. All that matters is you take a few minutes and you tap in. So again, Jerlene, live talk the town. If you've been following my Facebook page, you may have seen I'm gonna say my tantrums that I've been having about something that happened last week. And yeah, y'all. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. I said I needed a little something to get me motivated. So back in I believe it was 2019, I started doing commentary about local politics. It was initially around the election that was taking place in my council district and the school board. And so in 2019, I began doing the commentary. By 2021, I had a little bit more formatting to it and more content, and or it was 2021, yeah, 2020 or 2020 started expanding out and talking about more. Wait, Lord, it's 2023, yeah, 2021. Started expanding out, having more conversation about politics that were just not directly related to the councilmatic district that I lived in, or even the school district I lived in. And here it is, it's 2023. I've taken a break. I can't tell you in the last time that I had a conversation just solely on politics. But the reality is everything is political. Even folks to be like, I'm not political, I'm not interested, I'm apolitical. Everything is political, people. Everything. If you pay attention, almost everything that impacts that we touch, from the lights being turned, from the light service that we have in our home, it's political. All right. So last week, so back in 2019, when I began, it was about a school board race. And the school board race was Erik Miller against Tonya Reyes Uranga. And Erik Miller won and took the seat in December of 2020. Well, last week, I guess his press release was released. And so today, and when, so I shared right away, I think I shared something, but I did not actually read the release. I didn't read the release until like 2 days after I saw the announcement. But when I read it, I'm like, what? Huh? When? Why? And I had a little, I wasn't very happy about what I read. One, I wasn't happy because I am intimately involved in the advocacy here in Long Beach around education. So there's certain things that I'm very familiar with because I've been at the table, I've been part of the process. So my first thought when I saw the announcement about Erik Miller running for reelection was liar, liar, pants on fire. And all I could think about was my grandma would just be whooping my ass right about now for saying liar, because liar was considered a curse word growing up. So anyway, that today's topic is going to be about this announcement. I am going to try to keep it short, but this is first conversation on all politics are local, Long Beach edition. Okay, so I'm going to share this announcement because I'm going to read part of it to you. So in 2020, Erik Miller became school board member. If you follow me, you already know I've shared a lot of thoughts about that seat, the representation, what has been happening, what has not been happening. And what happens, what's going on with Black students, brown students, students in general, school safety. I mean, if you followed me through what was going on after the murder of Mona Rodriguez, you know where my conversation lies when it comes to the well-being of our children in Long Beach Unified. So he took the seat December 2020. He's been in office for 33 months now, and that's Erik Miller. He's been in office for 33 months. In those 33 months, he has not held a single meeting with his constituency. Yeah, I had a Mitch McConnell moment, y'all. He has not held a single meeting. He has attended district organized meetings, but even some of the major events he missed. He has not sent out a single newsletter, although upon multiple occasions while he was sitting in the dais at the school board meeting, he said that he was going to have a newsletter. No newsletter, people. Okay. So lack of communication, a lack of engagement, yet political season comes around and all of a sudden you see the brother in all kinds of political events and photo ops and such. And so I have been very vocal in expressing my discontent with my representation. Been very vocal. And I have received multiple messages from people like, stop bashing a Black man. Well, y'all who say that to me, you're goofy. That's how you are. You're goofy. You're very goofy. This has nothing to do. Yeah, him being Black makes it a little more personal for me, but it's an elected official who's not being accountable for the role that they were supposed to play. So anyway, let me bring something up. Let's see. I am going to actually show this announcement. So this announcement ran on a page called the Long Beach Black News Inc. press release distribution. So it was an actual press release. When I first saw it, I thought it was an actual article, and I reached out to the editor of this, and they were like, no, it was a press release. We ran it as we saw it. So to begin, I'm gonna, it starts out, it says Long Beach School Board member Erik Miller announces his re-election campaign for Area 2. It goes on and says that, that he's seeking re-election. And then I'm going to read this quote. My family is like a lot of families in Long Beach. Y'all who know me and how I feel about the word a lot, the phrase a lot, my brain just kind of stopped right there. This is our school board member. My family is like a lot. I can hear my freshman seminar professor chastising me for using a lot. So, like I said, anyone who's paid attention to my thoughts and stuff as far as word usage, you know that's driving me nuts. Continue on. It says, our school district has a strong graduation rate. However, many of our students still struggle with challenges at home in our neighborhoods, which inevitably affect their ability to focus, succeed in the classroom. This is why I want to continue my work on the school board in order to ensure our schools are high quality learning environments for all of our children. What the hell did I just read? That's not even a congruent thought. Let's go back to the first line of that. Our school district has a strong graduation rate. What does that even mean? Strong graduation rate. I'm not going to spend any time going into data statistics with what the graduation rate looks like, or even the students who are high school ready coming out of middle school, or even how they're not passing math or English language arts. I'm not going to go into that, but has a strong graduation rate. What does that mean? Now, whoever wrote this for him, they didn't even take the time to do the homework to even get the information. They're just throwing some words out there. Now, I could tell you Mr. Miller has stated himself in a meeting that was full of Black parents when questions were being thrown out and asked about data. His response was, I don't know the data, but you can ask one of the experts that work for the school district. And he kind of pointed out the staff in there. So we already know he don't know the data. Okay. I'm not going to go into the whole data thing. But again, this is why I want to continue work on the school board in order to ensure our schools are high quality learning environments for all of our children. Okay, sure, whatever. All right, so it goes on. Now, this is the paragraph that threw me off, y'all. So again, if anyone who's been paying attention to my advocacy, paying attention to the commentary that I've been doing over the last few years, a lot of it has been about Black students. It's been Black students, Black students, Black students, and advocating for Black students. I have sat at the table. I have sat at a table with folks for over a decade advocating for Black students. One thing that was very frustrating about our former school board member was his lack, Dr. Felton Williams, was his lack of focus when it came to Black students. And a few times I would say, well, why can't we have funding for Black students? And I would go, well, it's not legal. But then there was nothing connected to that. And there were these warm, fuzzy type things that happened, but no movement for Black students. So again, if you know me in the conversations and you've been following, and if you don't know me, Google. Google, put my name in, put Jerlene Tatum, put in Long Beach Unified, and you will come up and you'll see the advocacy work that I've done over the years as it relates. So this next statement just really had me bent out of shape. Okay. Or next paragraph. During board member Miller's first term on the education board, he championed the Black Student Achievement Initiative to combat the academic achievement gap between Black students and their peers. Keyword champion. Led the adoption of the school's district's innovative environmental sustainability policy. Keyword led. Supported the revival of LBUSD's Camp High Hill outdoor education camp for fifth graders. And keyword supported. And worked for the passage of the $1.7 billion Health, Safety, and Student Achievement Bond measure in November 2022. The part that sent me just in absolute tears, and I'm going to say tears, was reading the line that said he championed for the Black Student Achievement Initiative. So went online, started expressing how frustrated I was about this, knowing, because I'm one of the community members, one of the parents that actually championed for that work. So people are like, well, was he in office, Jerlene? Because if he was in office, then of course they're going to say that he did it. Well, he was when the money was allocated for the Black Student Achievement Initiative program. Okay, that's true. But I had to break things down, right? So I had to go to the dictionary. I had to get out my dictionary, y'all. Yeah, this is my dictionary. This is my baby right here. This my baby right here. I had to get out my dictionary. And I had to said, what does champion mean? What does champion mean? Let's see. Do y'all even know how to use a dictionary anymore? Y'all even know how to use a dictionary? Sadly, many of our children have no idea how to use a dictionary. I make my kids still use a dictionary. So, you go where the CH is the top. But champion. Whoa, champion is a really long definition. A person who has defeated all opponents in competition or series of competitions so as to hold first place. Anything that takes first place in a competition. An animal has won a certain number of points in official recognition shows. A person who fights for, let me read that again. A person who fights for or defends any person or cause. A fighter or warrior. To act as champion of, defend, support. Competitors, that's an adjective. Informal use, first rate. Synonyms: winner, victor, defender, protector, maintain, fight for, advocate. At no time during the advocacy work that took place for the Long Beach Unified School District Black student achievement did Mr. Miller fight for, advocate, defend, or protect Black students or any initiative of. Now, did he cast a vote for it when it went to the budget process in June of 21? Well, yes, he and all the other school board members. But in no time in that between then and when a decision was made to create a Black Student Achievement Initiative program, did Mr. Miller meet with constituents, with Black parents, have any conversations? He doesn't even know the data. So how can you champion for something when you don't even know the cause, when you can't even say the data? So yes, I was very upset about that. Let me tell you who did champion for the Black Student Achievement Initiative in Long Beach Unified School District. A group of parents and advocates. The parents are currently known as the Long Beach Education Connection. Prior to that, we were just the LCAP group. I'm no longer part of the group now, but we were just the LCAP group. The group was formed out of a mandate that came from a settlement agreement between the Long Beach Unified School District and several community nonprofits that had some very specific things outlined that the district had to adhere to and work with community on. As that settlement agreement came to an end, one of the 3 priorities that was set in that final year is that a Black Student Achievement Initiative program be put in place at Long Beach Unified and that money be attached to it. Erik Miller had nothing to do with that, people. So people are like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. This is what politicians do. This is what politicians do. This is a school board member. If my kid went to school with somebody else's schoolwork and claimed it as his, is that acceptable? Okay, so let me go back to these other key words. Led the adoption of the school district's innovative environmental sustainability policy. That is not true. That is not true either. So give me just a moment. I am going to bring up what is. Now, again, this comes from the press release that was released by Mr. Miller's campaign. So I've already identified one stretching of the truth, right? To me, it's an outright lie because I was one of the people responsible for that work. But I want you to see. Somehow my stuff got backwards. No, what happened? Here we go. Long Beach adopts energy sustainability policy. That was the wrong one. That's not the one I wanted to bring up. Oh, no, actually, no, this is the one I wanted to bring up. LBUSD students and community members celebrated when the board approved the policy on Wednesday, August 17th. Among them was the Long Beach Green Schools campaign, a student-led effort to address the climate crisis, which has been advocating for the policy since 2020. Now, let me go back to this announcement. and it says, led an adoption of the school's initiative environmental sustainability policy. 2020 wasn't even in office when these young people were leading that campaign. Okay. And it was student led because I saw the students, the school board meeting standing in front, and they were always so polite and so wonderful and delightful every single time. So here it is, a school board member is taking credit again for something that they did not do, led the adoption of. So the other word, the next one I said word, supported the revival of LBUSD's Camp High Hill. Yeah, he cast a vote. Supported, he cast a vote. Okay. Worked for the passage of the 1.7 billion health safety student achievement bond. Worked. How did he work? What did he do? And so even going back to the championed, he championed how? By doing what? And so what is the big deal, Jerlene? Well, the big deal is, and Miller is not alone in this. Miller is not alone in this. We have people who are in office who lack integrity. They lack integrity. They are dishonest. And if you're dishonest, that means you do not have an integrity. So going back to the comment where people say, "Oh, Jerlene, there you go, beating up on black men," no, it's about accountability. So something that is on the list of accolades for Mr. Miller is that he is a graduate of the Leadership Long Beach. So am I. Okay. So am I. I'm also a graduate of the Leadership Long Beach program. And there was one thing in the program that I always remember: accountability. So this is about people being accountable to us. This is about people having integrity. But the very first principle of Leadership Long Beach is integrity. That's the very first one that's listed: integrity. Accountability is number 6. Ethics. So when we have leadership that lack integrity and are dishonest, does that mean they're being ethical? This is a school board member who's taking credit for work that came out the community. This is a school board member who's taking credit for the work of our children, and it's in writing. I have a problem with that. Oh, well, what are you going to do about it, Jerlene? Oh, you should run for office. That cannot always be like the first response for people. What we all should be doing is holding our leadership accountable. We have too many people in office that they put these flowery words on a piece of paper, they send it out, and people take it as being bond, being the gold. And it's not. And you know who suffers in this, specifically in this? Our students do. Now, I mentioned, and it's so interesting, especially with the Black Student Achievement Initiative. It was approved in 2021. In 2022, I did a PRA, request for information, a public request for information, and discovered of the $750,000 that the school district allocated, less than 95,000 of it had been spent. Now, if Miller was championing for it, would that be the case? Now, this again, this is stuff y'all can go through my old videos, y'all can see that or whatever. But I was so hot on this, I was tempted to like release every piece of paper document. I don't even know. I think it was like 300 pages document or something of that PRA that I received, because I wanted to see where like some of the emails were redacted or whatever. But where was Mr. Miller champion for it? So let's see. Is this all my notes? I think I've gone way over time than I wanted to go for tonight. I think this is it. I think this is it for now. I will be talking more about just accountability of our electeds. Right now, like I said, it's about to be nutty season. We are going to have a whole bunch of folks that are going to be taking credit for things that don't even exist. So we need to be diligent. We need to be paying attention. This is very personal for me. This race is very personal for me. It's very personal for me because I have skin in the game. I have children in the school district, right? And even before I had children in the school district, I was advocating for students. And the there was such a win for community and such a win for Black people and Black parents when the school district did allocate the funds for the Black Student Achievement Initiative. Has it met the bar? No, it has not. That's a whole nother conversation that I'm not having tonight, but needs to happen. And I've been very critical of the district's movement with that. And I think they've made a lot of blunders since that funding was allocated for Black students. And so to me, with every blunder, that's a year lost. A year lost, that means more Black students are not proficient in English language arts, our primary language. Math, not proficient. Um, please keep your eyes open. We're going to start receiving all of these. Here's a nice glossy. This is from when he ran before, a leader for our students' future. He ain't led nothing. So it's going to be really interesting to see if someone gets in this race. People are like, are you going to get in this race? Well, you know what? If I decide to, if I wake up, I said it before, if I wake up tomorrow and I decide to, I will. But today I not, and so that's it for now, folks. Please like, comment, share. Please make sure, if you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're not watching on YouTube, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I'm going to gear up, going to be doing more commentary on some of the politics that are taking place. Budget. City of Long Beach is going to be approving a preliminary budget for our budget for the city. Still got a lot of comments and thoughts on that from what's just been happening this past year. But I got to go because my cats are getting a little crazy. Like they really are. They're like over here doing tricks and stuff. So anyways, Jerlene, talk of the town. All politics are local. Live from Long Beach. Tonight was, liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, so someone had sent, so on social media, someone hit about Erik Miller. Have you contacted him directly? No, I did not. You know why? Because that's not my job. That's not my job. It's his job to connect with his constituents. He has not. Have I expressed my concerns to him directly? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And when I did, his response to me was, "Oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way." My response was, "Yes, you are." So, like, I no, don't know what else to say, folks. Anyway, have a good evening, good morning, good day, good afternoon, whenever you watch this. Please let me know that you've been here. Like, react. You don't like it, let me know. I'm also looking for other folks who want to join me for future conversations. Again, Jerlene, Talk the Town.